Hey folks, Steve Alcorn here with you once again. Today I'm going to bring you 30 items that I've sold in the month of May for $20 or more. I'm going to adjust this camera so you guys can see me a little bit better. Sorry about the mess in the background. But remember, before we get into this, if you like what you see, hit that like button down below. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Share this video if you think it'll help somebody else. Subscribe if you haven't already. And leave me a comment down below if you'd like to. Today we're going to show you 30 items that sold only in the month. This is just the month of May for $20 or more. And I'll try to remember what I have into each item and give you an idea of what we made. So here we go. This is a Ben 10 Smythe action figure. This is a retail arbitrage item. These are really kind of hard to find. We pay about $11 or $12 for these and sell them for $50 on eBay. This was pulled from Amazon because something happened. Everybody was getting claims on them, so we pulled them all, and so I'm selling them on eBay now, and still making pretty decent money. They were going for a little bit more on Amazon, but I'm getting $50 on eBay for them. This is from a rummage sale. It was in one of my rummage sale video from a few weeks back. We paid $3 for this. It's missing the wireless phone for it, but this is the base unit. $3 and a 30. Not a bad flip there. Of course, you have fees and all that stuff too on top of this stuff. So I'm not going to calculate here right now. But this was 50 cents. This was also in one of my prior videos. I didn't know what it was, but the Rumeli 6 tractor was actually Rumeli Tractor Company was bought out by Allis-Chalmers in the 1930s, and they made them for a few years after that, but not that many of them. This was after that buyout. This is like your vehicle identification plate, basically, on an old tractor. I paid 50 cents for this at a yard sale, and we sold it for $50.59 on auction because I had no clue what I had, and I knew somebody out there would, and they paid me $50. So 50 cents into $50, not bad. Here's a pair of Danner boots, $55.95. We typically pay $5.89 at Goodwill for our boots and $3.89 usually for shoes. So these were $5.89. Sold them for $55.95, but we sold a second pair of Danners to the same person for the same price. And Danners don't have to be in perfect shape. You can see these ones have some issues, but the buyer was happy with them. And we also got shipping on that, so that's not too bad there. So over $100 for a $12 investment or so. Not a bad flip. Here's a Guitar Hero. I got this for like $1 at a book sale. I don't usually do Guitar Heroes, but this one had the dongle, it had the game with it. This is the type that comes apart, so it was pretty easy to do. This is PS4 Guitar Hero Live. So we turned $1 into $65.95. I'll do that all day long. The shipping on that was under 10 because it didn't go very far. This I paid $1.89 for at the Goodwill. This is a Hoover Lynx BH50005 battery charger for a cordless vacuum. Don't pass battery chargers up, especially if it's a brand name of anything. You can see this one's Hoover. It was in better condition than those pictures make it look like, but it sold pretty quick. This is a Fuji FinePix AX560 16 megapixel digital camera. I threw the SD card in there with it. It had all the software. Sold fairly quick. I paid $3 or $4 at a yard sale for this one. Or no, this one came in at a rummage sale, so it was in with that whole lot of stuff I got for $10. So I probably have less than $1 into this, really. It came in with the Hero Quest lot. So I probably have around $1-ish, maybe a little less. Sold that for $31.95. Anything over, what is it, 12 megapixels, I think, usually sells pretty well. And this one was the same. It went pretty quick, and for $31.95. It was under a pound, shipped it for free. This is a card game. I paid 99 cents for this at a Goodwill, or 89. I think it's 99. I think they went up to 99 instead of 89 at our local Goodwill. It was new sealed, I believe. Yeah, new sealed. This game actually does pretty well. So Split, the card game by Parker Brothers. If you find it and it's sealed, you can get about almost $30 for it. Barney. We had $6.90 expedited shipping. It cost me a little bit more than that, but it was under 2 pounds, so, and that was fine. But we got $30 for this guy. I had him for quite a long time, but I knew somebody would eventually come around and buy him. He did work. He sang and did all that normal Barney stuff, and we sold him for $30. I have probably 50 cents from a yard sale into him. This cost us $3. This is the SA10276 XM Rode. It's an older Sirius radio, but it was new sealed. There was also a cassette adapter for your car that came with this extra, and I just sold that yesterday for $10. So on that $3 investment, we actually made $33. Now, of course, it cost a little under $8 to ship this thing. I think $7.68 or something like that, because it didn't go very far. So that wasn't bad at all. So $29.99 for that one, and $10 for the cassette player, or cassette adapter. Patchology, it's called. If you guys find this stuff, it does really well. This was new sealed. I actually got really good feedback on this one, I believe. Here you can see it has 3 different items in it. I don't know what they all are. I don't know what they all do. We have about $5 into this from the salvage store that we go to, and we sold it for $39.95. This is another one from the salvage store. This is Mitchum Clinical Unscented 48-Hour Protection. It's just antiperspirant deodorant. I sold all of them, so this is actually a $50 sale. So I was selling them in packs of 2, and I had 2 available. Same guy bought them all for $50. So it's a discontinued item. Discontinued items can do really well. So if you find this stuff, I'm not sure this stuff had a date on it. I've been shying away from things that are out of date, although on occasion I do still sell that depending on what it is. Deodorant I'd probably sell if it was out of date, but any medicines or anything that goes into your body I probably wouldn't. But this stuff does not have a date, so we sold it for $24.95 for 2 of them, and we sold 4 altogether, so that's not bad. Yearbooks, still getting $30 a yearbook. I got, let's see, I think 74, 75, 76, 96, 97, 98. Those are the years. And a couple other ones, all from this high school. And I think I have 1 book left. And I got them at the Goodwill for 63 cents. That's what our books are at Goodwill, 50 cents plus tax, 63 cents. So I made $30 a book. This is the only one that's sold in May. This is from Painesville, Ohio, which isn't too far from here. And I still have another 70s, another 1 or 2 left, but we made really good money on that lot. So yearbooks still sell, high school yearbooks. Nobody famous in this particular one. One of them did have an NFL player in it, but he only played for a couple of years, and I can't remember his name right offhand, but that was one of the 90s yearbooks, which sold already. Jason Short, that's who it was. Played for the Browns, I think. I don't recall. Another retail arbitrage item. This one went for $48.95. I think I have $6.75 into it, plus tax probably. So let's say $8 into this phone, $48.95. Flip phones still sell. I was talking to a kid I used to work with today because we're looking to do some bundling on Amazon, and we need boxes made, and he still works at the box factory that I used to, and he has this phone. This is the phone he uses. He enjoys it. He loves it. He doesn't want to change. Whatever. People still buy flip phones. Go out and get them. Just double check and see what they sell for. This is an LG. LG is a gated brand on Amazon for just about everybody, probably everybody. And even if you're not ungated, they do a lot of IP claims, so it's just safer to try to sell it on eBay, and you get similar money. This is a Disney Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Objects live action tea set with Mrs. Potts. And it was brand new. There was a little bit of damage to the box, which I did disclose in the listing and made sure to take pictures of. We paid $3 for this at a yard sale last weekend, and we already sold it. So it was a good flip. My wife found this one. This came in with the Nintendo 64 that I got last weekend for $5. $5 for a Nintendo 64. It had the Zelda game in it. It had 2 Star Wars games, the console, power cord, AV cords, and the adapter for $5. Those deals are out there. This was not an early morning sale. This was about noon or 11:30 noon o'clock. Is that a word? And we got this one for $5. So I sold this for $27.95. It wasn't perfect. The label was a little faded. When you're selling video games, it's best to get the tools to take them apart. They're really easy to find. I think it's a tri-wing driver, but you can just look up Nintendo screwdriver on eBay and you'll find them. If you can take them apart and show the buyer the inside, they'll know that this is an authentic game just by the collectors know when they see this board if it's authentic or not. So we took that apart, then I put it back together, and it sold fairly quickly. A couple days. You've seen these on my channel before. This is Spring Load, another retail arbitrage item. I find these rarely, but I do find them. I just found another one. I was selling them for $34.95, and I decided I was the only one on eBay, so I upped it by $5, and it's still sold. So I think I could actually get a little bit more for these on eBay right now. I have one more left to list. I don't want to list them all at one time. I don't want to have a quantity listing because then people don't get the sense of urgency to buy it. But I did find this one a couple weeks ago and sold it. $39.99. We're paying, I don't remember. It's under $10 for these. And that's retail price. We're buying these at retail price and selling them at a higher price because they're really hard to come by. Sony sells. This one was $1 at a yard sale. It did not come with the tapes I bought. No, actually, I believe this one did come with the tapes. Even if it didn't, I keep some extra cassettes around, the mini cassettes. I could have probably got a little bit more for this one, but you can see this wasn't even in the best of shape. It was a little dusty and dirty, and for some reason this isn't zooming. This one will show you. It's dirty. But it did play. It did work. I tested it several times. I recorded with it, and it worked. So $24 for $1 into $25. These are really light. They ship for under $4, and they sell really well. So that one sold within a week as well. Yard sale find. Another retail arbitrage item. You saw the Smythe figure. This is the Hex figure. If you find these guys out in the wild, this one's a really hard one to find. I only found about 2 or 3 of these in all my retail arbitrage looking. We're just seeing Landshark Picker uploaded something, so go ahead and check that out after you're done watching with this. Anyway, Hex, he does pretty well. $39.95. Like I said, we're paying about $10 or $11 or $12 for these retail. These were out of that camera lot I got last weekend. This was the very first thing that sold out of that camera lot. And they are just mounts for slides. There was 3 boxes of them in there. 150 slides altogether, or mounts altogether, 50 in a box. And sold them right away, actually, overnight. This is the first thing I sold out of that box. Or out of that lot of cameras and stuff. Another pair of shoes. These ones are $3.89 from Goodwill. We sold these really quick. These are Merrells, so Merrells are always going to sell. I thought I was only going to get $25 for them, so I put $34.95 or best offer, and somebody paid every penny for them, so they wanted them bad. And these were really in phenomenal condition. If you can see, the bottoms were really nice. They have a world map on the bottom. The shoes themselves were really nice. Very little wear on the insides. So Merrills always sell, sometimes quick, sometimes slow, but these ones went pretty quick. And we also charge shipping on these ones, so uh, pretty good return on the investment there. Here's another one my wife found. This is Disney Home. It's just a latch hook kit from, I don't know if it had a date on it or not. The box wasn't perfect, but it was sealed. People love this stuff. There wasn't any of this particular version. I'm looking for a date, actually. Printed in, it's Caron.com, so it's not old. I did not say it was old, I just said new in the box. But people love this stuff, and I couldn't find another one of these on eBay. So I went over to Amazon. I think they were listed at $24.95 or maybe $34.95, but I did $24.95 on eBay with $6.90 shipping, and it sold overnight as soon as I listed it. Always when you're doing these, make sure to put the size in here, and in your specifics on eBay, what do they call that? Specifics, item specifics. Put your model number if you can't get it up in the title, because if you do that, then people who are searching for this particular one by model number, which is WP0030, did I get that right? Oops, I had the wrong model number in the description. Well, they can see the picture. But anyway, if they're searching by the model number, they'll be able to find it. This was big, but it wasn't that heavy, and it shipped fairly inexpensively. We did charge $6.90 shipping, even though it cost us $8 something. It went to Puerto Rico, I believe. This was new without box, even though I did list it as used. I did say it was new without box. I probably should have said like new without box. I got a couple questions on this. This was for one of those Hoyer lifts. You put the patient in it, and it helps them go to the bathroom. So you can lower them down onto the commode. We paid $6.89 for this, sold it for $59.95. It took a little while, but we did get the money for it. Here is a Linksys, I'm not going to read the model number, Wi-Fi smart router system thing. Just sold this yesterday. I paid $10 at a yard sale for it, thinking we might use it here at the house. And we already have one, and the wife didn't really want another one at the time. So I listed it on eBay, and then she changed her mind, and then it sold. So $10 into $51.99. This one cost me about $8 to ship. So we shipped that out this morning, actually. Pretty good deal there. These ones, I believe, were $5. I've sold 2 of these this month. We got these at the salvage store. One went into Amazon, and I sold it there. This one has a slightly damaged box, as you can see, so it came here, and then there was another one. I don't know what these do. I think you put your cell phone in it. It's just a stuffed animal. You put your cell phone in, and it acts like the kids are or the parent is talking through this animal to the child. This one went to an APO address, so I'm assuming there's a military family involved, and while the father or mother is overseas, you can talk through the Gory the shark, the smart shark. I don't think it really does anything else, but it's interesting. We sold 2 of these this month. Okay, here's one of the bigger sales for the month. This one I paid $20 for at Goodwill. It was half off day. They had it listed at $40. I paid $20. I listed it. It's the TRV 460, DCR-TRV 460. It's a high 8mm camcorder. It had the battery charger. It had 2 batteries with it, a nice strap. The tape that's in there came with it. The camera was there. The bag is a original Sony bag, and it had the instructions. There was some extras in there, but those didn't matter. I shipped this one out yesterday, and we got $151.95 plus $9.99 shipping. It actually only cost me about $9 to ship because it went fair in this region. So, but these camcorders, some of them do really well. I always like to take that picture so that it shows that the screen is working. I try to get all sides of the camera. This one was in fantastic condition. It was very lightly used. As you can see, there's no real scuffs or marks or anything on it. I like to show what it looks like in the bag so they can see that. Open and closed bag, and then a picture of all the accessories and all that stuff. I think that's always a good thing to do. Okay, here's another good sale. It did not sell for $99.99. I put this up for $99.99 or best offer. It actually sold for $75. I've had it for a long time, probably a year. In fact, I think it was exactly a year once I looked back at the listing. This one went to the UK, but this is a really cool watch. It was made by R.J. Roberts, and it's Lookout World, Here Comes Ford. There are other versions of this watch, but it doesn't say that. It's a slightly different saying, and that watch sells commonly. There's not a lot of those out there either, but it does sell. But this particular one, I couldn't find another one, so I pretty much doubled the price of anything else I saw. Took some photographs of it, or some really good photographs, so that you can see that it was never worn, and there was no real issues with this watch. I don't remember if it actually had a battery in it or anything. I haven't looked at the listing, but I tried to get a picture of what it looked like underneath so that they could see that it was never worn. It did come with a box. It came with a 1-year service certificate. You can see that it was made in Michigan, which is actually pretty cool because that's where Ford was or is. Pretty cool watch and I got $75. I paid 25 cents for this watch. These were in my last video, I believe. These are Skechers shape-ups for men. Men's Skechers do really well, the shape-ups. These were the work shape-ups with the extended wear. Always put your model number in your title if you can. If not, put it down in the item specifics. These were worn, but not very much. Let's see if we can get a picture of the bottom. The bottoms had a little bit of stones in them, but they were in really nice. I don't try to clean that stuff out. I just leave it in there. There was no grease or oil or anything like that, so I just left it. This one was unique because it came with an extra set of shoestrings, a shoe horn, these DVDs. The box, I mean, it had everything going for it. I asked $89.95 and I got $89.95 plus shipping. So I want to say I got $79.95. Either way, I might have took an offer of $79.95 and plus shipping. Either way, they cost me a little bit more than the $9.99 to ship, but that was okay because I paid $10 for these shoes at the yard sale last week. So that was a really good quick flip. And last but not least, a really unique sale. This is lateral recording Recessa Anti-Paper, 5 rolls in a box for and the model number is 205000. These are for 1970s or 80s resuscitation dolls. It's like a thermal paper that just records whether she's breathing or not. I guess I don't know what it does, but it's for those practice resuscitation dolls. And I've sold these before. This paper was made in Norway, of all places. I've sold these before. I had 5 or 6 boxes of them. I didn't think they were ever going to sell, but the boxes are real nice, so I used them for shipping once. And so, but I have 2 left. I've sold 2 of these. They take forever to sell, but they do sell, so I'm going to leave them up. Those paper rolls are all sealed in there. It's like Dymo paper or zebra printer paper. It's thermal, so when it prints on there, you don't have to have ink or anything. It's really cool. But that's it. We're going to go back to the other screen for a second, so I can get rid of all that. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video if you think it'll help somebody else. Don't get probed by aliens. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you want to know what I'm doing. And I got dust on me. Thanks. Have a good day.